Make video about Russian village. Hi, I'm Sam and welcome to Sam's Russian Adventures. I've come for a walk in the village today. It's autumn, the trees, everything looks incredible, so I thought I'd bring the camera along, come for a walk, have a look at my house and just take in the autumn views because it's an incredible time of year in Russia. One of the things I like best about Russia is contrast, and there's no better period of the year than autumn for contrasts. I absolutely love the character of buildings like this. Absolutely incredible. If we just look at that thing there where they've like patched something together to hold it on, like that's just incredible, isn't it? These things wouldn't pass health and safety in the UK, but here, well, it just looks incredible. This street is just incredible with the leaves falling down, and the amount of character on this wall is just insane, right? Most houses like this are basically for sale, and they'll be knocked down and they'll build other houses. Look, even here it says Продажа, for sale. It's got a number there. If you want to buy this property, it's going to be very expensive. Look at these little cages here, right? Not cages, but like, you know, what they're called, fences or bars. Look, it reminds me of Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. When I was a kid, I had the first floor of my house. I lived on the first floor, and I was always scared of the guy from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang to come and invite me into his sweet shop and then it to get turned into a cage. I showed this in a video earlier and asked people to say if they knew what it was, right? And only one person actually guessed it. It's actually, as you can see, it's old computer mice. Look at that. These are all old computer mice. Incredible, right? And there was at one point a keyboard here, and I think this is like a sculpture, isn't it, of a person, but it's all made out of computer mice. Incredible. This is a place that I come to speak to people, to chill out, to ask interviews. There's always something going on here. It's called Fliegel Center Современной Kultury, which means the center of modern culture. How cool is this thing? It's an old banner, look. It's advertising the 27th of August to 25th of September, so it's already finished, but look at that. That is really cool, isn't it? And the character in this place is just incredible too. Absolutely incredible. Really is. I have a thing about artists. I really like artists as people. They're very interesting. They're always ready to conversate, to talk about stuff, you know, to have a laugh, to tell you about what they think of the world and stuff. And look at this. This would make a board and banquet video, wouldn't it? Who's noticed this? It's their smoking area. To smoke down here. Let's go inside and see who's around and have a chat with some people, see what's going on in there today. I saw that there was like a wild party going on here last night. Nobody about now. Maybe everyone's sleeping the hangover off. This bar is actually called Loser, look. Loser Bar. So something is happening here. It's very quiet. I'm gonna film. I think this is art therapy. Is it art therapy? No, it's old, but it's just easy. It's art therapy. Yes.
And do you drink a lot of vodka living here?
No.
No, why not?
It's strange. Strange. Why? It's crazy.
Yes, it is.
So, did you have this situation where somebody drew something and they drew like a monster with a knife killing people or something like this? Or this only happens in films in America?
No, it's just true.
Okay. Okay. This is the road to my village, and the trees are just incredible, aren't they? Really are incredible, it's just so beautiful. Here's a typical Vladimir bus stop. And look at this sign here, it says to clean your car is forbidden. So I guess some people actually come here with their cars and wash in the actual water of the reservoir. I didn't expect that would ever happen. Now the reason I stopped here was just because I saw these amazing trees of just a difference in colour. It really is incredible how these ones have already gone more of a yellow colour already, and the contrast is pretty cool. Now I can see there's a car parked up here, so it might be that someone's making love and not war. This might be Lover's Lane or something, and I've interrupted them. I hope not. But I've just seen a really cool, like, Soviet bus stop. To be fair, I don't know if it's Soviet or not. I'm just kind of saying that, but it looks pretty interesting. I always like the difference in architecture, how things have been built. You know, Soviet things, and then things that were built in the 90s when communism finished. But I think this one is probably Soviet. Look at the different colours of autumn. Wow, that's really amazing. Some of these reds mixed in with the yellows, but most of all I like these kind of like deep oranges and the reds mixed in with all the greens. Let's go up there to that church and check out the view from up there. I like to come to this place here. I really love the gateway. It just looks so gothic and just, yeah, a film could be made here, couldn't it? Wow, I bet everything looks really far away, right, because of the camera, but incredibly beautiful here. And then the church obviously behind me.
Говорила, что все должно быть красиво. Белое платье, букеты роз, а по спине мороз. И ночь с луной наедине.
My next door neighbour's house is just incredible, absolutely incredible, it really is. So my neighbour, not my next door neighbour, but the neighbour next door to him, he's from Iraq. We've got like a street of foreigners. My neighbour really has done a fantastic job of clearing all this land here. So peaceful here. It's all a bit overgrown here. Haven't been here for like a month, and really hoping to get all the windows put in and everything before winter comes. I don't know if you can see the forest all the way down there. It looks incredible from like just me watching it, viewing it, yeah? I don't know what it's like on the camera. It might seem like it's just so far away. All the leaves in the forest are starting to turn, not brown yet, but they're on the way there. Something that's great about Russians is their resilience. You know, all the stuff that's going on in the world right now and how it's affecting Russia, but life is still going on. You know, people are still building houses, trying to move on with their lives and living, you know. And I think if the same situation was in the UK, then we'd all be, you know, in pieces, because the Russians are just so resilient. The kind of stuff that I notice about Russia and Russian men, right, they can fix anything. They put English people to shame, right? If the microwave is not working at home, they'll take it to pieces, literally, and fix it, okay? I mean, it is crazy, the resilience of Russians and their ability to just find solutions to stuff. I really respect them so much for that. Every time I come here, there's more and more progress, and eventually this will be tarmacked, and it'll be, well, amazing. It's interesting to see what my house looks like from the road that runs parallel with it. There's one point that I wanted to make, which is this really gets to me when I see this on the news. It really is annoying. And it's on the news, they say that people are fleeing Putin's regime in Russia. People don't want to live in Putin's regime anymore. That's what they say, right? That's bullshit, okay? The people that are leaving Russia are people that either, one, to start with, because of their massive amount of sanctions, their lives were so affected that they decided to leave, right? Well, they didn't see that it was going to get any better. They thought it's probably going to get worse. And the second type of people are those that don't want to serve in the army because it's obviously scary. Yeah, they don't want to die. It's not because they're fleeing Putin's regime. You know, it's absolutely incredible that, you know, the stuff that they come out with in the media. Look, if you just compare it to another situation, let's go back to the Iraq war, right? I'm from the UK. Now, people didn't leave the UK because they were, you know, they were anti the Iraq war. Even though they were anti the Iraq war, they didn't leave the UK. Why? Why did they not leave? Surely people would leave because, you know, the government are going to a war they don't agree with. No, because it didn't affect them. It didn't affect them. That's why they didn't leave. If there was massive sanctions and they were going to be called up to fight in the military, they'd leave. It's got nothing to do with Putin's regime. It's not like people have had enough and they're fleeing the country. That's just complete bullshit. People are looking after themselves. And Russia's been sanctioned like crazy. And then there's the chance that they might have to go and fight in a conflict they could die in. That's why they're leaving. It's got nothing to do with Putin's regime. It's just complete bullshit, that is. So check this out. The road that runs parallel to my road has got a sign. I want a sign too. What does it say? It says, the Schlagbaum, blimey, the barrier is automatic, that there's video cameras in operation, that the speed limit, the maximum speed is 5 kilometers an hour, and be careful because there's children running around. Sign that you're in a village. He might be coming back to have a word with me about filming him. Let's see. Huh? Я просто дороги снимаю, я здесь живу. Я здесь живу, я просто дороги снимаю и район. Не переживайте, все отлично. And here we've got a sign advertising for what's it called in English? It's killing me. I always forget the words. It's yeah, what's it called down the well and the plumbing. Yeah, and the water, if you want it done, call this number. What you probably don't know if you haven't watched many of my videos, I really wanted to live on this street. I came here, basically I searched all around the Vladimir region, right? And I searched everywhere, and I came to this street. I don't know how, I just came here. There was nothing for sale. I just came here, and I thought, I want to live here. I want to live on this street, and there was no land for sale. Oh right, I remember now, there was a house for sale, and I looked at the house, it wasn't for me, and there was one plot of land next to that house, and it wasn't for sale, but I was determined to get that plot of land. And I would basically come here in the car and just park the car and go walk on this plot of land, and I just felt like the plot of land was for me. And I found out the owner's phone number, and I called her, and she was not interested in selling, and it just felt right. I just kept coming here, started meeting the neighbours, chatting to the neighbours, and I was like, I really want to live here, but this is the last plot of land on the road. You know, what am I going to do? How am I going to convince the lady to sell me the plot of land? She didn't want to sell it, she wanted to build a house on it. But somehow, after spending a lot of time trying to convince this lady, she decided to sell it to me a bit over the price, but I was determined to live here. It just felt like this is the place for me. You know, have you ever had that feeling where you've been somewhere and you've just thought, this is for me, I want to live here, I feel at home here, I feel relaxed here? And amazingly, I managed to get the plot of land, and so yeah, that's how the story goes. So I've got an hour to get back to the town. It's like a 5-minute drive, but sometimes the traffic can be crazy, and today is Man United Man City, so I hope there's no crazy traffic jam. I really hope, because I want to get home and I want to watch Man United Man City. And I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you liked, what you didn't like. Give me a thumbs up, because it really is going to help me with the algorithm, because I think YouTube really hates me. And let me know what kind of videos you want to see. Are you building a house? Have you built a house? How does the building construction go in your part of the world? I know in the UK not many people actually build individual houses. It's more of like one company will build a whole area and you'll have to choose one of the plans they already have, whereas in Russia it's all about buying the plot of land yourself and choosing the project you want and getting it built individually. Usually. There are exceptions, but that's usually the case.